Hi everyone. So my name is Nikol Mard. Thank you for coming to hear my talk. Some of you know me, some of you don't know me. For those who never met me before, I'm the founder of Network for Work, which is a project that helps highly educated and experienced expats to find and create relevant work opportunities. And I also work as a community manager at Charge, which is an incubator for first-generation immigrant startups. And I mention this because it's important for the story, so remember that. Okay, so the theme of this month's talk is invest. And I chose to name my talk, You Only Get What You Give. Are there any investors in the crowd here? No, because if you're an investor, this is probably not a good deal for you to only get what you give. But I'm going to be talking about different type of investing in a career. And when it comes to investing in your career, this is very much true. And before we start, I would like to ask you a couple of questions. Who in the crowd here has ever lived abroad? Raise your hands. Woo! Almost everyone, or yes, almost everyone. Nice. Um, for those who never lived abroad, maybe have you ever moved to a different city or town? Who has ever moved to a different city or a town? Okay. And is there anyone here who has ever changed their career direction? Huh, a lot of people too. Interesting. I ask these questions because all these situations, they have something in common. And that is they highlight the need for a different approach to investing in a career. And so when I say a different approach, what do I mean by that? And what is the regular approach, actually? Maybe that's a good starting point. What is a regular approach to investing in a career? What do most people think of when we say investing in a career? Yes, get an education, right? So most people think investing in a career is investing in getting a formal education, getting a degree. And so what do we invest in getting a degree? In some countries, that means investing money, a lot of money. I'm talking at you, US people here. In Norway, it's not so much about investing a lot of money, but it is investing time and effort into getting your degree. What else do we invest in then when we want to invest in our career? Time, yes. Then we probably invest time and energy into getting some relevant experience to get the career that we want, right? And then maybe if we are ambitious or we have some resources available, we also invest in some extra certifications to get us where we want to be. So that is the regular approach to investing in a career. And so I did all this. Back in my home country of the Czech Republic. And I guess most of you here have also done the same. But what do we do when all that is just not good, when it's not enough? When we have done everything right, everything according to the book, we got the degree, we got the work experience, and we got some certification, and it still doesn't lead to the job or the career that we want, what then? And so that was my case when I came to Norway 7 years ago. I did everything right. I did everything by the book. I thought I knew how to restart my career in Norway. I had my degree and work experience and some courses. And so I applied for jobs. I applied and I applied. first to jobs that were really interesting and I was really excited about. And then to jobs that were kind of interesting, I could do it, but it was not really, and then to anything that just, matched my profile. And what happened? Nothing, yes, exactly, nothing happened. So what did I do then? Again, according to the rules, to do it right, what I did is I went back to school, I enrolled to the university to get some more education, because that's how you invest in your career, right? So I enrolled to the university, and 2 years later, now with master's degree to my name, I resumed my job search and started applying again. And what happened? Anyone can guess? Nothing, exactly, nothing happened. So by the time I realized that I had to do something different, but I didn't know what and I didn't know how, well, I realized by then that I was also not the only one having that problem. So I knew that something else had to be done. And so what I did is I tried to find a solution to this problem. I tried to solve this problem for myself and for others who have the same problem. I started a network, right? Network for Work. That's my project. I didn't know about the importance of networks back then. So it was not intentional, but I hit the nail on the head because that really was it. That's what was needed. And so I took my experience that was, okay, not to say negative, but that was hard. I took my experience and created a concept to solve what I was struggling with myself. And so I created a network. As I said, I didn't know about the importance of networking when I started my own network, but quickly through my work, I learned that network is of utmost importance here in Norway and I think in Scandinavia in general, maybe more so than in other places. And there is a research to back this even, especially when it comes to networks and jobs, networks and career. So according to research, up to 70% of jobs never get advertised. You don't find them on fin.no or LinkedIn or Nav or whatever the job board might be. They're just not there. So how do you find out about them? Yes, through networks. And there is another research that shows how important network is when it comes to job. And that is a research that actually compared the chances of getting a job via applying to advertised positions and getting a job via your networks. And so the chances of getting a job when you apply for an advertised position are 20%. 20. So next time you see a job ad on Finn and you apply, your chances are 20% that you're going to get it. While if you look for work through your network, what do you think are the chances? What's the percentage of success? Any guesses? 90%. So if you look for work through your network, your chances of finding one are 90%. So where do you want to spend your time and energy and maybe even money? Where do you want to invest your resources? Into something that yields 20% chances of a good result or into something that can give you 90% chances of result, right? So yes, network, it's important. But as I said during the questions that I asked, there are situations that highlight the importance of network because these are the situations where you lose your network and you're forced to rebuild it, right? For people who never went through any transition, they might not even realize that they have a network and how they build it. But for us who had to move or change their career, we have to be conscious about how we create our networks, what we invest in building our networks. Now, the problem is when I say networking, most people would cringe, right? They go, networking, it's sleazy, it's fake, it's like going to big events, like this one, right? It's going to big events and mingling with people and, you know, just talking to as many people as possible, collecting business cards. Are these the associations that you have when I say networking? Who feels comfortable in a networking situation like that? 2 people? 3? Okay. So yes, for some people, this way of building a network works. But as we can see, for most people, it does not work. And I would say that's not even the preferred way of building a network. Because building a network is basically building relationships, investing in relationships. And so how do you build a relationship? How do you invest in one? There is one recipe that always works when you want to build relationships with people. And that is by giving them value, as they like to say here in Oslo, in the startup ecosystem that I'm a part of. Or for us mere mortals, by helping them, by helping people. That's the best way to build relationships and to build a network. Well, yeah, but there's a catch. It only works if it's genuine, right? Back to the theme of investing. When we say investing, we have this transaction in mind, right? I give you something, I get something back. Investors expect some return on investment, right? But when it comes to building a network by helping people, it doesn't work that way. You can't be helping people and expect something in return. It's very obvious to people when you're more interested in what they can do for you rather than you being actually interested in them and in the problem that they have, that you can solve them for them. So helping people only works if you really mean it, if you are interested in the problem that they have and you really want to do something for them. And so how can we make it genuine? How can we make it real? Can we learn to do this right? Can we learn to invest in relationships by helping people the right way? Yes, we can. So what makes it real? What do you think makes it real? Passion. What do you think of when I say passion? Is it some like cringeworthy, new age concept? Or anyone, any thoughts? Yes, that exactly. So what makes it real is your passion in the topic, the subject, the problem that the other person has, that you can help them solve. For those of you who are not comfortable with the word passion, and I can understand that because it's such a cliche, right? We hear about passion all the time. Find your passion, live your passion. So some people might have some internal blocks towards the concept, but if passion doesn't work for you, then let's replace it with the word motivation. That's a bit more acceptable for people, right? Are there any hiring managers here in the crowd? Anyone who hires people? Yes, there in the back. So when you hire, how important is motivation for you? Yes, so motivation, chemistry on top of the list. Chemistry we can't really influence that much, but motivation is something that we can work on. And so, yes, when I choose people to work with or partner up, Motivation is always the thing that I look for. And it's just another word for passion, really. You know, I want to work with people who share the same vision, mission, passion for solving the problem that I have. Because it is really the most important thing. You know, they say hire for attitude, train for skill. And attitude is the motivation, right? So what makes it real when you build your networks is to have this passion and motivation, be very clear about it and let it show. Let it show. And so I have a happy ending to my story. You know, I left my story when I started Network for Work, right? I just had this idea of a problem that needs to be solved. I started a network to solve it. And well, of course, I went through ups and downs, as every entrepreneur would know. But after 18 months of working with this topic, helping people, bringing companies to the discussion, and just creating awareness around this issue of jobs and expats, I got asked by Charge Incubator, the place where I work at, to join them. And you know why I got asked to join them? It's because we share the same mission, the same passion, the same motivation. We have the same goal of helping expats succeed, rebuild their careers. I, with my organization Network for Work, we focus on people's job opportunities to help them create and find job opportunities, while Charge Incubator takes the entrepreneurship road to help people succeed with their businesses. But the focus is the same, the target group is the same, and the end goal is the same. So we share the same passion, and that's how I got to work with them. And that's the moral of the story. You know, I started helping people, and then I got helped myself. And so, yeah, what is the moral of the story really? I guess by helping people, yeah, just be nice, just be good to people, just help them out of goodness of your heart. As we say, it has to be real. Just help them because you want to help them. Get engaged because you want to be engaged. Then be true to yourself. Again, another cliche, but you know, the passion has to be yours. The motivation has to be yours. It can't be faked. Any fake is like super obvious to anyone. So be good, be true to yourself, be real and be genuine, and the rest will follow, I think. That is my experience. That's the experience of a lot of people that I meet through my work. And almost all the success stories that I have had with my work, with Network for Work, have worked like this. You know, you start helping people, providing some value to people, help them solve problems that they have. And they get to see who you really are, your passion and your motivation. And then they want to work with you. So, yeah, network, it really is a key for jobs, for other parts of life as well. But investing in career really means investing in single relationships. So if networking is a sleazy concept for you and you don't want to go collect business cards at the next big event, just find a group of people that have the same passion that you have and ask them, can I help you? What can I do for you? Is there something I can help you with? And that it really is the best way to create the network that will help you advance in your career, get a job if you look for one, and basically just do something meaningful. And yes, I think that is it from me, and I thank you very much for your attention.
Woohoo! Thank you.